you just become numb to it once you've done it for so long, and become numb to it once you've done it for so long, and get right back to work and figure out what's next.
Y'all, I had to get on here and talk about Dana White's interview on the Nelk Boys Podcast as I'm getting him ready for work, because that's the only time I got right now. As I'm thinking about it, give your boy a like, smash that subscribe button. I'm going to be making more videos, I promise. But, working 6 days a week, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Good, but I would much rather do these videos. I'd much rather talk about MMA all day with you guys. So hit that like button and, give me some ideas on videos. So Dana White went on the Nelk Boys Podcast, and it was something, bro. Dana White, back in the day, believe it or not, Dana White used to be cool, bro. He did. I swear to God, he used to be cool, because Dana used to be all about the fighters.
It's not all signing autographs and banging broads when you get out of here. It's not. It's no fun, man. It's a job, just like any other job. So the question is, not did you think you had to make weight? Did you think you had to do this? Do you want to be a fighter? That is my question. And only you know that.
On the best fights, gifting bonuses, just being so hyped, so passionate. He loved fights. And I mean, he still does, but it's just not the same, bro.
John Jones called us last night and retired. John Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
And Dana's always been a promoter. Like, he would get on and do interviews, and, maybe every once in a while you could catch him slipping or catch a lie here and there. Nowadays, bro, I could literally have a reaction video just reacting to Dana White, like having a lie counter. Like, that's a lie. That's not true. Oh, that's not true. That's not true at all. And it's just become weird, bro, because you see through it, and you just see the promoter. Like, I used to see the fight fan too when I would look at Dana White.
All right, let's get this show started. The reigning, defending, 155-pound champion of the UFC, the notorious Conor McGregor. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending, 155-pound champion of the UFC, the notorious Conor McGregor.
John Jones called us last night and retired.
Just see the promoter, and I just see corporations. So he goes on the Nelk Boys and tells them, one of the things that just blew my mind was, we're working on a new TV deal, and one thing everybody wants is more Contender Series fights. Yeah, that's what everybody wants.
I like to put on the best fights in the world with the best fighters in the world. Everybody, in talking about new rights deals, everybody wants more Contender.
So you think with the rights deals, like I know you said before, UFC could potentially end up on multiple different...
Anything's possible. Yeah, anything is possible.
That's crazy. Because, there's obviously certain platforms that could really even just grow the UFC even more, right? Which would be insane.
Yeah, so Dana, we had this idea that we could do a Shark Tank. We get me, you, Aiden Ross, like all the coolest people, and these people come with apps and inventions or whatever, and then at the end we could decide we could do it on live, on the pod, and then if we like the stuff, we could, maybe Dana could buy it. We just get Dana to buy it all. How much something like that cost, Dana? Yeah, Patty the Batty and Ilya Topuria, that's a big fight, dude. That's the fight, bro. All the hardcores, bro, on that one. Yeah, who are the Nelk Boys, bro? The only time I watch their channel is when somebody like Dana's on, that I want to hear what he says, because I follow the sport. But just watching him, my wife walked in the room a few times, and the main guy, not Steiny, the other guy, she was like, I hate his face. She didn't know him. I'm like, yeah, I hate his face too. He's just, he just says that, yeah, Dana. So Dana, how much did that cost, Dana? I bet that costs a lot, huh, Dana? When's McGregor coming back, Dana? That's the fight. Everybody wants to see McGregor fight, Dana. Shut the fuck up, bro. But hey, Steiny, I can't stand that dude, but he actually asks good questions. He actually asks really good questions. I gotta give it to him. He asked Dana some legit hard questions. And I love the one where he said, so at any point do you just want to maybe like think about moving on from McGregor? And then it's like, what do you mean move on? What do you mean move on? Why would we move on from McGregor?
I gotta fucking move on from this guy.
What do you mean move on from him?
Well, because you announce, oh, he's fighting September last year, whenever it was, didn't happen. Are you ever just like, fuck, I gotta just...
I mean, McGregor has gotten himself to a point where he's, he is and will be, whether he stops fighting or not, one of the biggest superstars in sports, period.
Because he doesn't fight? Because he's strung out on drugs? Because he's making a mockery of everything? And I was a fan of McGregor, but like, come on, bro. And it just shows like, oh yeah, Conor McGregor, he's always going to be a superstar. And so we're always going to, keep him in our back pocket. We wouldn't want to cut ties with him. Why would we cut ties with him? It's not like he fights or anything. This cat, bro. My cat's just knocking everything down. Hey, get out of that. Get down. Get out of that. Go. Anyway, so they do these TV deals, right? And the network goes, whoever, Netflix, whoever, ESPN, they're like, hey, we want fights. We want a bunch of fights. The more fights y'all put on, the more money we make, right? So they're wanting, let's do, 30 fights a year. And so the UFC's like, oh yeah, we'll do that because they just want the money. They see the money. Not thinking that, bro, that's a lot of fights. I'm just making up that number, but that's a lot of fights. So they have to just start doing more and more and more cards. And guess what happens? The talent goes down. The quality of the cards go down. And that's why we're seeing these just cards that aren't that good, bro. Back in the day, you could, when I started watching the UFC, I started watching pay-per-views and watching it in real time. But I'd want to go back and learn the history. So I go to Hastings, Blockbuster, wherever I could, and I would buy DVDs. Go and buy these DVDs. Well, that's a Pride there. Yeah, just randomly picked one here. I would go buy these DVDs just to learn the history of the sport. And one thing that was cool about it is I had only been watching maybe a year, bro. And I would go back and buy DVDs like this, UFC 78, and I would know all the fighters, even on the early prelims. I knew everybody. Like, the cards were stacked back in the day. Every card. I mean, just look at this one. You got Akihiro Gono from Pride versus Tamden McCrory. A lot of y'all ain't going to know them, but I did. Marcus Aurelio, Joe Lozon, Thiago Alves, Chris Lytle, Spencer Fisher, Frankie Edgar, Ed Herman, Carl Parisian, Rio Chonin has a win over Anderson Silva, Houston Alexander, Thiago Silva, Michael Bisping, Rashad Evans. That was just a random card in 2007, bro. The cards were stacked. Like, unless you're like, an MMA guru type, you're not going to know every single fighter. Like, I don't know fighters on the early prelims anymore. I can't follow it that closely. There's too many fights. I have a life, I have a job, I have a family. But I do love the sport, and I consider myself a hardcore fan. But it's getting harder and harder to keep up with the sport. There's so many cards. There's so many contender series, tough type, fights being put on all the time, and they're not UFC quality, in my opinion. We see last weekend this Towson Teixeira, and look, he may go on to be good, but I saw, after the fight, I went back and was watching some of his highlights, and he's from the Contender Series, bro. And you go and watch his Contender Series win, it was just a sloppy war, at heavyweight. He was getting hit over and over again. So you go in a fight with Derek Lewis, you can't get hit at all, bro. Like, this is heavyweight. A lot of Contender Series, like, I don't care about the Contender Series, bro. I don't have ESPN Plus. I don't have time to watch that on a Tuesday night. If there's like some good fights or good knockouts, I'll catch it on X or something, but I don't have time to watch all that. So Dana's telling us there's going to be more Contender Series fights. And it's just going to get to the point, bro. I'm going to end up becoming one of those fans that only watch the massive events, like UFC 300, UFC at the White House. I'm going to end up being one of those fans that only watches when it's a massive card that casuals watch. It's becoming harder and harder to be a fan, bro. It really is. It's sad, man. It's sad. I want it to go back to the way it was. Talking about the UFC White House thing, what do you guys think about it? I don't really care for it, bro. Like, I don't care about politics and MMA anymore. Like, I'm done with all that. I don't want it in MMA. Trump likes the fights. That's cool. But either let's just keep it out of the sport. We don't need politics in the sport, bro. We don't need it. You know, if the president wants to come to a fight, you show him, he waves to the camera, and that's it. He doesn't need a walkout every time. And I mean, I actually liked that when it first happened. You know, when it was first all going on, I was like, yeah, Trump's at the fights. But it's gotten old, bro. I don't care about that anymore. I only care about seeing the best possible fights, the best display of mixed martial arts. I don't care about politics. I don't care about contender series. I don't care about tough. I don't care about all that. I just want to see the best fights. Why couldn't the UFC go to these networks and be like, you know, I know you guys want to fight every weekend, but the quality's not going to be as good. What we could do is just give you one or even 2 cards a month. But like, let's just say 1 card a month. That's all you get. But all month long, we're going to be promoting the shit out of it. And it's going to be massive. It's going to be stacked top to bottom. That's how it was back in the day, bro. That's how it was. And I miss those days. It just feels like it's just too much content to keep up with. You know, to be a like real hardcore fan now, you have to watch you just have to consume so much. And I love fights. I can watch fights all day, but I mean, everybody needs a break sometimes. To be a hardcore now, it takes a lot of energy, effort, money, time. Who has all that? You know, not everybody. Some people do, some people can, but not me, bro. Not me. So anyway, tell me what y'all think about Dana White's interview on the Nelk Boys. This cat, bro. This cat. He just don't want me to make a video today. I gotta go to work anyway, though, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all think about Dana's comments? Are y'all excited about the White House UFC event? I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be cool when it's all put together, but I just don't really care about it that much. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.